Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Ray. I'm doing a reading today on Kelly Ripa. So we know that she's been in the headlines. She's going to be doing a tour, live wire, long-winded short stories. Also, she's writing a new book. And we know that she's still, she's still with the live with Kelly and Ryan. But there's a lot of speculation whether or not she's going to be leaving the show, or what's going on in her life. So let's just see. I'm going to pull some cards. We're going to see what's coming up for her. I've always liked Kelly. Um, and I think that she's fabulous, but people get tired and they move on. Regis eventually moved on from, live with Regis and Kelly. So, it's possible that she could be actually thinking or in the works of doing that over the next 2 years or less, or, well, the world card comes out, which kind of makes me feel like she's accomplished a lot and she knows that she has, but I don't feel like she always feels like she's living life to the fullest because I feel like work has become so predominant and it's like her family is very supportive. Friends are so supportive, but really and truly, she is a huge celebrity, in daytime TV shows or talk shows. The Four of Cups is like I feel like she's making a decision regarding her staying, with the show that she's been synonymously known for. And I do feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in the background with the Seven of Swords. It's almost like there is already like a lot of like manipulation from people around. She's not maybe like buying everything that they're feeding her or telling her. So I do feel like there's some issues right now. The Queen of Cups is her. I kind of feel like she's just very much a nurturer, and she loves to give. I also feel like she might feel like the kids are growing up, her kids are growing up, that there is a void there. But I do feel like she has baby fever. It's so weird, even though I would say that, I don't know, I don't think she could have kids right now. Again, I could be wrong on that, but I just feel like there is this part of her that maybe has baby fever or thinks of babies, like why, her kids are growing up. It's kind of normal. Like people go through midlife crisis, but I see her continuing to work hard, though she still has some challenges. It's always like she's going to have challenges in the industry because again, it is still, very male dominated, etc. And I think that she, you know, is trying her hardest, but I do still see changes for her down the road. So I don't feel like she's going to necessarily stay put in that. I see that a lot of traveling, which makes sense with the tour, so that validates that. And I think that she's going to have a bigger sense of like self, and kind of like find that. I also feel like there's two men in her life like at this time. It's very weird because again, she's 51 years old, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but with that, age doesn't really matter. I'm just mentioned that because again, I feel like there's two people other than her husband being one, but there's another person that's involved with her or has his eye on her. So I feel like there's going to be like a struggle here. But again, I feel like at some point, her relationship might be something that ends, even though it's been like a fairy tale, or some people have perceived it to be, which may find it kind of hard to believe that this is going to happen. I do feel like, again, she's very successful in her projects and what she wants, but the future scares her. I think that she's scared about being alone in when she gets older. And I don't feel like she sleeps very well at night. I feel like she already has like some health issues that we may not be aware of that I won't disclose, but I do feel things like that. I do feel like her marriage comes up, that she does worry about it. I do feel like there's some confusion or some things that recently might have happened, that she questions maybe her husband or feels very trapped in that situation. But I do feel like, again, both of them have been like maybe looking at other people, or like feelings have developed for other people, not necessarily romantically, but maybe feeling a void that the other person is not giving to them anymore. So again, I see like a lot of male energy around her in this relationship. And I get the strength card, which kind of just makes me feel like she's going to have to continue to be strong in this. And again, I just feel like she feels disempowered in her current environment, whether it's work, whether it's like, I feel like they've worked her like a machine in some ways. But again, I do feel like she's allowed this too. So there's no complaints really on her part. But I do feel like now she's like a little older. She wants to enjoy life and maybe venture into something else, again, because I see her like eventually like being approached by a role to act in a movie or be an actress again. When she did daytime, soap acting. I think she was on All My Children, at one point. So again, I just feel like there's this loss, almost like she does leave something behind within 3 to 5 years, maybe sooner than that. Like I said, 2 years, quite possibly, but we never know, where she leaves something behind very quickly and like starts something new. And there's going to be more money and success and that, more reasons to celebrate. She's very intuitive. She already kind of feels this on some level, deep on a deep level. She already feels like she needs to make changes. And I think that she knows that her relationship is at a crossroads, romantically speaking. But I think that she stays in that because it'd be very scandalous to kind of leave that relationship. But I don't know that it's necessarily bringing her the happiness that everybody thinks that it's bringing her, right? And I just see her being in a leadership position in the future. Like again, just like this could be having another show or again, just stepping into something new. I feel like again, it's a part of her that needs to be nurtured. And so the death card comes out to signify an ending. And again, the Page of Pentacles kind of signifies that there are new beginnings. So I do feel like essentially there's something new coming down the road. But in the meantime, I think that she just has to find balance. And if she doesn't, she could find herself like really not good. But I think that there is going to be like something like a health scare with her. I don't know why. I just keep reverting back to her health. Again, I'm not a doctor. This is by no means a diagnosis, but I do feel like there's some kind of health scare that kind of like maybe sets her back or slows her down a little bit because she's been going on the go, go, go. And I think that there are issues when it comes to like eating and stuff, I'm not saying that she has an eating disorder, but there are things that I feel like she felt a lot of pressure, in the past, or very criticized, but it's more of herself, like how she views herself. So again, I think she's her own worst harsh critic. And then I see something down the road, which could be like a legal issue or a legal battle. Again, it could just be something like a contract, something with a legality behind it. But I do see that for her. I also feel like she's going to have a lot of support. I think music is good for her to like unwind, to heal. I think that she also is going to find out soon enough, like a lot of people that are on her team or that are her, so-called friends may turn her back on her, at some point. But I think that she'll develop new relationships that are healthy and authentic for herself. Ultimately, I feel like she needs to be in nature by trees, like, um, in an isolated like countryside. It would be good for her to reconnect with nature, to ground herself so she can take a vacation there. It would be great. You know, um, just what comes to mind is like Colorado, the terrain there, or Oregon. Beautiful, beautiful, the Pacific Northwest. So just wishing the best for Kelly. And I want to thank all of my rays of light for being here on my channel and listening to what I have to say. But I think that she's amazing. I think that, her projects will be a success. But I think that again, she's meant for much more. And I think that she'll get there. But she just has to keep going, keep pushing herself. All right, guys, I love you so much. And if you have other celebrities you want to request, please leave a message down below. All right, bye.